Well, I've been taking a look at some budget options that you could be taking a look at and treat them maybe as investments long term, because for example this Glock 18 Night, and also yes, we'll be covering the souvenir version. We're taking a look here because the souvenir version in the minimal wear condition is currently worth only like €5 on a Steam community market, and on third party websites these are even cheaper. Meanwhile, the normal condition of the Glock Night is selling for around like €24-25 somewhere in that area. As you can see, the price difference is actually huge. But in the past lifetime, obviously the minimal wear condition and the factory new condition, they have absolutely exploded in price since the new updates and a lot of people quitting the market. These skins have definitely quite fallen in price. As you can see, we've been at like €40 before in the minimum wear condition, and we've fallen all the way down to like 16 to 17, even cheaper on third-party websites. So there's still a lot of potential to these skins in my opinion. Also, the Desert Eagle Knight is also a great looking skin. I think you can use all these skins for a nice loadout. It's from the Chop Shop collection. Unfortunately, we're not taking a look at the factory new condition because it's kind of expensive, €120, but in the future collectors could be willing to pay even more for these. But the minimal wear condition is worth, like on third-party websites, maybe on Float for example, for around like €15, somewhere in that area. I definitely think this is a great price for such a clean skin, and it's from the Chop Shop collection. Yes, it's a light blue skin, but I still think that there's a lot of potential to these because over the past few years so many of these have been used up for trade-ups because people didn't care about them. But in the future, I think the hype could be definitely driven towards these. The dual Berettas cartel from the Wildfire collection. This is one of those very underrated ones that you should be definitely taking a look at right now. Obviously, we're aiming at these dual Berettas in the factory new condition only just because I think the milspec potential is so much higher than compared, for example, to the minimal wear skins. This collection has also the fuel injector, and the prices for these skins still haven't recovered. As you can see, we were selling for like €13 somewhere in that area, and we went down to under 8. Obviously, on third-party websites you can buy these skins even cheaper, but also we have now souvenir skins of these, right? Obviously, they're gonna hit the market soon. There's also buy orders for these, but I don't suggest making these mil-spec skins into souvenirs. It's just not worth it. These are skins that we'll be putting in our storage unit and not using for a very long time. The Scar 20 blueprint from the Spectrum collection is also a mil-spec skin. Obviously not the most desirable gun, right? But in the factory new condition, it's currently worth under €1.50. We've bounced so much lower. I mean, these skins have been selling for like €3, 16 pieces, as you can see here, and then we've reached all-time highs for like what, €3.61, and 9 pieces were sold. Obviously these aren't the rarest skins in the game, but in the future these will be only used up in trade-ups, and we can't acquire any new Spectrum collection skins, right? Because the cases are not getting dropped anymore. So I think there's a lot of potential to these skins. Obviously buy them in bulk on third-party websites. This would be my advice. We're currently giving away this M4 Evanes Electrum. If you want to participate and win this skin, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up on this video, comment something down below, and make sure that your Steam trade link is in your YouTube description so I can see it and send you the skin right away if you win. I wish to all of you in the comments the best of luck, and let's get right into the next investment on our list. The M4 Evanes Nightmare was one of my most favorite M4s in the game because it was always the budget option for me. It was always looking very clean. It was matching with a lot of loadouts as well, and I think that the Horizon collection just has the potential long term. This skin was obviously crashing in the past few weeks ever since all the updates and stuff. A lot of people were giving up on CS2 investments, but right now it's rebounding really fast and we don't even realize. As you can see, this skin has been selling for like €300-400 up on the Steam community market, somewhere in that area, and then we've dropped all the way down to like what, €200 somewhere in that area. I mean, it's obviously not that expensive for such a rare skin. Obviously the factory new conditions are kinda hard to hit up on these M4 Nightmares. The prices increased by over like 30% in just a week, even more. I think it's absolutely insane, and these skins are definitely also very liquid. As you can see, they're getting more liquid and more liquid with each single day just because more people are buying them. But this could also be an unnatural pump, so be very careful. I would not be buying into the hype right now. Obviously on third-party websites you will find yourself way better deals up on these. But also the minimal wear condition, we have to say it was always very stable upon the market. In my opinion, a great liquid skin to pick up because it will always have the demand and the value. You can keep it in the skin. I don't expect you to lose a lot if you buy it in the minimal wear condition. At least that's just my own opinion. You should also always make your own research upon these investments. The P90 Elite build, yes, from Pantheon collection, which not a lot of people like, but this is a mil-spec skin, and currently is the season of mil-spec skins, at least that's my opinion. in the future these skins will be very demanded because not a lot of people are talking about them right now. Not a lot of people enjoy it. It is float capped, and the craziest part about it is it has dropped in price by a lot. It's currently worth like €5 up on the Steam community market. I mean, it's definitely not the best looking milspec skin out there, but currently is the season of milspec skins. I think a lot of milspec skins have a lot of potential, and right now could be a golden opportunity to go ahead and grab some of these. As you can see, the price has fallen all the way from like €10 all the way down to 6, and right now we've been also at €3 somewhere in that area. On third-party websites you could definitely grab some nice deals still. I mean, obviously these skins were way cheaper before, but ever since the gold trade-up update, the era changed for CS2 skins, generally speaking. This is the only other skin that doesn't have a float cap in the Falchion collection, the Galil AR Rocket Pop, and as you can see it is €17, so I think the P90 is definitely a steal, and in the past week we've also been increasing up on that skin, but I already think that the train is gone. Obviously the prices are gonna rise in the future. That's at least just my own opinion, but I think they will be rising very slow, so I think there's way better options out there, for example the P90. Here's another budget investment for the long run in my opinion, the MP5 SD Gauze from the Prisma collection. This is a purple skin, to be exact. We're aiming here at the factory new conditions. I mean, generally speaking, if you're gonna use this gun, I think you will definitely enjoy this skin. It's not the brightest one, but I think it has so many details which other skins just don't have, and I see the potential in it. Obviously we need to go for the factory new conditions because notoriously they tend to rise even more in price compared to minimum wear or some other conditions, but that always depends, right? Also, by the way, this is the cheapest no float capped from any discontinued collection out there, which speaks for itself. As you know, I've always been kinda bullish on the AUG Momentums as well, but I think the other skin that we've just covered is just the way superior version, just because it's in the factory new condition, and that speaks for itself. Obviously mine here are field tested. I should be getting definitely even more of these. I think there's definitely still potential to these skins, just because they will be used up in trade-ups quite often. It's just so weird. You were able to change your P-cams upon like 4 games finishing, and you can't even still see the spirit game being finished. I guess it's still on a cooldown or something. It's very weird. As you can see right now, I can't change anything in my P-cams, but prior to that I was able to change some games, and I was like, oh hell no, I'm not gonna do that, right? And as I can tell, a lot of people on X were changing the pics. They showed it, I've seen it. It's kinda crazy. This is also a direct trade up to the Desert Eagle directive that we've been covering in our previous videos. There's only like 6,000 of these in existence of the Desert Eagle directive, and these UMPs briefings in the factory new condition are definitely the way to go in my opinion. These are not the most beautiful looking skins, but I think it still looks kinda cool with the map, with the B-side on top of it. There's still some potential to these. They're slowly but surely rising up again in price ever since they've crashed a lot, so I think it's right now a very great opportunity to go ahead and pick these up. I mean, there's still some buy orders for these for like €2.76, and the cheapest one listed is for €2.80, so the liquidation is still there. I think there's potential to these ever since they've been like €6 previously upon the Steam community market, which is kinda expensive. Also, we've been covering these SG's buried gel coats in the past. Not the most beautiful looking skin, but it's from the graphic design collection in the factory new condition. In the factory new condition, these skins finally have started to rise quite fast in price. As you can see, the cheapest one listed is for €7.60. Obviously these skins have been around at the same price area previously, have gone down slightly in price, and right now we're recovering very fast. I think there's still a lot of potential to these skins, since the supply of these is actually not huge, and the minimal wear condition here is also pumping in price. As you can see, it was sold for like €5, almost the same price as the factory new condition. I think there's still a lot of room to go up there, and if China gets introduced to this skin, I think it's gonna be way too expensive. I mean, nowadays you can find this P90 attack vector up on the Steam community market in the factory new condition for only like €30, sometimes getting sold for even cheaper with some nice buy orders. Obviously on third-party websites you can find even better deals up on these. I just think that this skin is so beautiful, it has so much potential, but has crashed in price significantly over the past few months. Ever since this collection has been announced, discontinued, and was finally removed, we've reached like €50 for this skin, and ever since obviously the demand was not up there, but the supply is also not that huge. So as you can see, not a lot of these are actually getting sold per day, like only 3 to 5, 6 pieces, somewhere in that area. And right now we went slightly under the €30 mark, and I think this could be the bottom. At least that's just my own prediction. These skins could finally start to settle in price and rise even more, just because they're super limited. Obviously the graphic design collection is one of my most favorite ones to invest, and if you are interested in other CS2 investment videos, definitely go ahead and watch our other videos and give me that AVP long. Scheiße, it's a gray skin.